groupie?
The Mounties GG gamer subs that they provide.
Taco Bell, absolutely.
McDonald's is so much better.
Taco Bell has to be. I've eaten too much McDonald's since it's right down the street.
McDonald's. I like the Oreo McFlurries.
I'm gonna choose Taco Bell because it gives me less stomach problems than McDonald's does.
McDonald's all the way.
There's levels to this, and Taco Bell is at the top one.
Sheets guy all the way.
I actually don't know what Wawa is, but shit.
I gotta say Wawa. I grew up with Wawa, and I just think the food's better.
Sheets is the best thing to grace our planet.
I'd have to go with Sheets. Definitely rough.
Injustice, no J-Naps.
Hydron, probably.
Probably T-Crow.
Either Skippy or T-Crow.
Croc.
Pokemon Red for the Game Boy Color.
Webkins. That was the first video game I've ever played. Webkins. Oh my god.
League of Legends. Sadly, that was the first game. That's one of the only games that I played. I just enjoy it so much.
Mario Kart 7 on the DS.
No bully.
Probably PGE.
Some of the top masks.
Definitely PGE.
Angry Ginge or somebody in that realm, like Speed and stuff, they're pretty funny.
Probably my dorm.
Definitely Birchie.
I think the pond has been the greatest exclusive in but
The library, it just got renovated, much nicer, much quieter.
Definitely my room.
Probably the IT area in the library.
Yes, I love snowboarding. I've been snowboarding my whole life. Are you a snow person?
Not really, no. I don't really like the cold a whole lot.
I prefer summer.
Only for playing Snow Day in Rocket League.
No.
yeah, I love snow.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm from upstate New York.
I love snow. I think it's so fun.
I think I would play. I don't even know. That's the only game that I play.
Probably competitive TF2.
Probably Rivals, you know.
I'd probably just play Trackmania.
I think the culture at Smash is insane. I would love to play Smash.
I'd probably play Madden.
Gotta be Mount Aloysius College. You can't beat them.
Mounties, obviously.
I'm Aloysius, of course.
Oh my gosh, this isn't the question. Mountie Esports.
I mean, gotta be the Mounties, right? The culture here is unmatched.
The Mount Aloysius esports program.
Obviously, Mount Aloysius.
You're looking at it.
Gotta be the Mounties Esports.
Cool.
You have more important things in life to think about than your internet. At BreezeLine, we propel life forward with home internet so reliable, you don't have to think about it. With a team that goes above and beyond, fiber-powered speeds up to 1 gig, and 99.9% reliability at any hour, in any room. You won't have to think about your internet again. Go to breezeline.com for internet that propels life forward.
Here at Mountain Esports, we take it to the next level. Our players have the ability to travel, compete, and even participate on the caffeine committee. Check out the Insta to see what's new with Mountain Esports today.
At the Mount, things are, well, elevated. And it's not just because we're on a mountain. The experience at a small college like Mount Aloysius is actually personal. The faculty and staff know my goals. It's a level of support you won't find at other colleges. And the Mount backs it up with career-focused partnerships and majors. As soon as I visited, it just felt like home. That's what makes this place different. Makes college elevated. Mount Aloysius College.
The ceiling. Thought he was gonna get that off the backboard, but he'll just take the ceiling pinch instead.
Following up with the defense, and now you're saying regardless of who takes this game, I don't feel like there's going to be too much momentum gathered from them unless they truly can put the style on it, and Panel Bucket might just be the hero.
But this time around, it's confirmed not to be deja vu, as the outcome's very different, as this is a quick equalizer for Ben Trafford.
There's no deja vu, there's no mystical components of this game.
Defensive Hempfield for Franklin Regional to potentially tie this one up.
Yeah, you saw, unfortunately, though, the bump, although it did come through, there was just no kind of pass out.
Call him you, Pyro, if that's all right with yourself, and we'll work from there.
No, you. Oh, you. Oh, my. Nugget. Another one, and it's assisted by you.
Look at this passing play. I mean, 3-player passing play down the field.
We asked 10 Mountain Esports players 10 specific questions, and these are their answers.
Watermelon ice from Gamer Subs.
Ghost Energy, either the cans or the pre-workout, either work.
So I used to be a Ghost favorite, but now
Too long. White Monster for sure.
Monster, the Fantasy Red Ruby.
The Mount EGG gamer subs that they provide.
Taco Bell, absolutely.
McDonald's is so much better.
Taco Bell has to be. I've eaten too much McDonald's since it's right down the street.
McDonald's. I like the Oreo McFlurries.
I'm gonna choose Taco Bell because it gives me less stomach problems than McDonald's does.
McDonald's all the way.
There's levels to this, and Taco Bell is at the top one.
Sheets guy all the way.
I actually don't know what Wawa is, but Sheets.
I gotta say Wawa. I grew up with Wawa, and I just think the food's better.
Sheets is the best thing to grace our planet.
I'd have to go with Sheets.
Definitely rough.
Injustice, no J-Naps.
Hydron, probably.
Probably T-Crow.
Either Skippy or T-Crow.
Croc. Pokemon Red for the Game Boy Color.
Webkins. That was the first video game I've ever played. Webkins. Oh my god.
League of Legends. Sadly, that was the first game. That's one of the only games that I played. I just enjoy it so much.
Mario Kart 7 on the DS.
No bully.
Probably PGE.
Some of the top matches.
Definitely PGE. Angry Ginge or somebody in that realm, like Speed and stuff, they're pretty funny.
Probably my dorm.
Definitely Birchie.
I think the pond is one of the greatest schools would be like.
The library, it just got renovated and much nicer, much quieter.
Definitely my room.
Probably the IT area in the library.
Yes, I love snowboarding. I've been snowboarding my whole life.
Are you a snow person?
Not really. No, I don't really like the cold a whole lot.
I prefer summer.
Only for playing Snow Day in Rocket League.
No.
Yeah, I love snow.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm from upstate New York.
I love snow. I think it's so fun.
I think I would play, I don't even know. That's the only game that I play.
Probably competitive TF2.
Probably Rivals, you know.
I'd probably just play Trackmania.
I think the culture at Smash is insane. I would love to play Smash.
I'd probably play Madden.
Gotta be Mount Aloysius College. You can't beat them.
Mounties, obviously.
Mount Aloysius, of course.
Oh my gosh, this isn't the question. Mountie Esports.
I mean, gotta be the Mounties, right? The culture here is unmatched.
The Mount Aloysius esports program.
Obviously, Mount Aloysius.
You're looking at it.
Gotta be the Mounties Esports.
Cool.
You have more important things in life to think about than your internet. At BreezeLine, we propel life forward with home internet so reliable, you don't have to think about it. With a team that goes above and beyond. Fiber-powered speeds up to 1 gig. And 99.9% reliability at any hour. In any room. You won't have to think about your internet again. Go to breezeline.com for internet that propels life forward.
Here at Mountain Esports, we take it to the next level. Our players have the ability to travel, compete, and even participate on the caffeine committee. Check out the Insta to see what's new with Mountain Esports today.
At the Mount, things are, well, elevated. And it's not just because we're on a mountain. The experience at a small college like Mount Aloysius is actually personal. The faculty and staff know my goals. It's a level of support you won't find at other colleges. And the Mount backs it up with career-focused partnerships and majors. As soon as I visited, it just felt like home. That's what makes this place different. Makes college elevated. Mount Aloysius College.
the ceiling. Thought he was going to get that off the backboard, but he'll just take the ceiling pinch instead.
Following up with the defense, and now you're saying regardless of who takes this game, I don't feel like there's going to be too much momentum gathered from them unless they truly can put the style on it, and Panel Bucket might just be the hero.
But this time around, it's confirmed not to be deja vu, as the outcome's very different, as this is a quick equalizer for Ben Trafford.
There's no deja vu. There's no mystical components of this game.
Defensive Hempfield for Franklin Regional to potentially tie this one up.
Yeah, you saw, unfortunately, though, the bump, although it did come through, there was just no kind of pass out.
I'm gonna call him you, Pyro, if that's all right with yourself, and we'll work from there.
No, you. Oh, you. Oh, my. Nugget. Another one, and it's assisted by you.
Look at this passing play. I mean, 3-player passing play down the field.
We asked 10 Mountie Esports players 10 specific.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the PIEA High School Series. We're in week number 4, and we've got some Rocket League mainstream action headed straight to your screens at home. My name's Llama77, and today I'm joined by the handsome FBI Tugboat. Tugboat, how you doing, and how's the Rocket League feeling for today?
Rocket League's always feeling good. That's the nice thing about it, Llama. Me personally, feeling fantastic. First time over here with the TEC. Been enjoying it so far. Seeing the action from afar, right? I had to get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got so many titles now joined up by Marvel Rivals and Fortnite on Thursdays. But all of our main titles, Overwatch yesterday, Rocket League today, and then Valorant tomorrow as well. So much action. And today on the mainstream, we get to explore some of the different divisions. Of course, 3 different divisions in PIEA. Today, we're going to be focusing on Division 2 for our first match, and then jumping up to Division 1 for the last 2 matches of the day.
Absolutely, looking forward to it, and just spreading our attention across these various divisions. Part of the reasons the Scholastic organizations just like this one exist. Let's hop on into this one. We got West Allegheny 1-1 as of right now. Llama sitting pretty, even 500, taking on Mount Pleasant. Same story, different team, 1-1 over there.
Yeah, both teams have gotten 2 matches played and have only won one of them, so one of them gonna bump up above that .500 line and jump to 2-1 overall. So that's pretty exciting, but also it just goes to show that there's a lot of matches left to play in the regular season. There's a lot of times before playoffs hit, and of course, teams are not only building up in this fall season, but this fall season is kind of just a taste tester for what we'll get in spring and when the state finals hit and that big 64-team bracket appears.
64 teams, my goodness. I know these players are looking forward to that one. And granted, no one's getting nixed from postseason play based on performances today, but everybody wants to put a good foot forward. Let's hop on into this one, Llama.
Right on in, and right off the post is how we'll go with a shot from Driving Cash. First and foremost from Mount Pleasant, they're going to be starting on that orange side on the screen, and for West Allegheny, they are going to be in the blue. So a good little back and forth, and Stark's Child finds the early goal.
Fantastic stuff. A stellar job. You'll forgive it. Starchild kind of gets this up and under, and there's nobody on the other side there from West Allegheny. Really has anything more than a front row seat to that one. 21 seconds into this one, a mild advantage, Mount Pleasant.
It's off of just 2 shots to start things off, so getting that offense rolling and making sure they can steal away some of the boost. I like the offense already, especially attacking the upper side as this Divisional 2 team just shows to impress. Now, a turnover in midfield makes it a little bit dangerous, but West Allegheny can't convert on the other side, so Starchild's back to work in the corner.
Makes sense. This is a little bit feeling out period. Well, Driving Cash. 80-36, we're not going to say the number from henceforth, takes advantage of a wide open net. A couple of players there, West Allegheny kind of fighting over possession. This might have been a communications error, Llama.
Tough one to give away. And we'll have to see if they can resurrect themselves from a 2-goal disadvantage. The nice thing is we're playing best of 5s all day today. So even if you drop one game, there's still a chance to battle back. And Tough OT is battling back from the corner shot and scores the 3rd for the team.
Yeah, multiple members over here from this Mount Pleasant squad now getting goals in themselves. That was just a hair's breadth away from Starchild racking on in another one. 56 seconds in there, not even quite a minute, still a 3-goal lead mounting here, and it's going to look insurmountable in a few minutes. A shot over and nobody's home. Kind of a similar situation there for the Mount Pleasant defense. There's just nobody. So that obviously that's a miss, but other players just not there, not really respecting the rotations, Llama.
And challenging that backboard, it's always quite interesting to see the patience of some of these players where they're looking for the perfect shot and they find it. It's Charlos who finds the assist after Dr. Robotnik, who, by the way, we've got some phenomenal names, and that's what I love seeing across the high school leagues, is all that creativity from our students and some great car wraps, some great designs all the way through and through, but an even bigger goal to shift the momentum into West Allegheny's side.
Let's take it to the numbers ever so briefly. The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? 6 shots attempted here from this Mount Pleasant squad. Only 1 on the other side. Of course, that one did find pay dirt. So a little bit of a quantity versus quality question, right? The one opportunity that was given over to West Allegheny, they did capitalize immediately. Just snap that one right on up, Llama. On the other side, though, just a lot more offensive opportunities. And frequently in the beautiful, wonderful game of Rocket League, it's going to be quantity that kind of wins the day. A bouncing ball hit down bottom. A great defensive stop. But once again, there's just not a whole lot right there. Yeah, they can't even really get this ball cleared, Llama. This is more just a horizontal play to just kind of get it away from the front of the net for right now.
And I think they're just trying to control their boost at this moment, or it seems like Mount Pleasant has been able to yoink away those corner boosts at every single trip down. Another defensive effort from Charlos will find its way back towards the front third. Still for MPA, pushing across the goal line. Tough OT will score their 2nd.
Yeah, so a 4-1 lead about halftime. The good news, folks, is that whatever the lead is at halftime can be undone on the other side. That's just a simple math question. Slips, teammates, Charlas and Dr. Robotnik gonna have to get this one together. Put some points on the board and make this one a more competitive game number 1. Like you said, it's still a best of 5, though.
Pretty early, and still half of this game left to go in game number 1 as well, so lots of time to do it. That defense has been somewhat strong for West Allegheny. The question is going to be, can they find that offense? A little bit of a double commit there will open up the shooting from Tough OT. Once again, the corner boost is stolen away from Starchild, and that side wall battle leaves a floater up for Slips, who's just penny and diming right now, trying to get some boost back in the game. Starchild, the offensive aerial onslaught, gets the extra touch, and it'll score.
Wow, yeah, so this one just coming off the back of a little bit more of a consistent offensive effort here from Mount Pleasant. Player goes up for it, and even a solid defensive opportunity on the backside. Not going to happen. 5-1 scoreline here for Mount Pleasant.
A great start and a good response as well, I think, to that transition goal on the other side of their back end. It has been Mount Pleasant to be able to respond and respond again. They've already earned the team hat trick, and they've got 2 players that are 1 goal off a solo hat trick as well. You mentioned the shot opportunities, up to 9 now for Mount Pleasant. Their accuracy above 50%. Those are really good stats that you love to see.
You really, really do. You really, really do. Especially these shot attempts here. Yeah, 9-1. Those are some insurmountable numbers, to be honest with you. 80 seconds to go, and as of right now, Mount Pleasant, or as of soon, I should say, Mount Pleasant's kind of just going to be fighting. Never mind. I was going to say fighting against the clock so much, but a goal back here. West Allegheny going to be able to get this one and make it a little bit more interesting here, Llama. 3 scores. 77 seconds, excuse me. I'm going to say possible.
Yep. Why not score a goal every 20 seconds and get yourself back in this thing? Especially
yeah, why not, right?
Slips, who has just been having a phenomenal day already. Picked up that boost on the last goal, and talk about Slips, learned themselves another touch off the backboard. Everybody committed forward here. But that's okay. A little bit of midfield defense as Robotnik is beating the air, and Starchild has got their Hattie.
Beating the air, punching it regardless. Mount Pleasant right here just really did. Again, this is kind of like a situation of not respecting the rotations again. Like, I get it, and dear viewer, don't be surprised if this scoreline actually gets a little bit higher for Mount Pleasant as West Allegheny takes all of their resources, time, and efforts, folks, and then just donates it into the offensive side of this ball, right? Lose by 4, lose by 1, lose by 11. It's all the same loss within this best-of-5 series, Llama. So, hey, why not just throw everything in the kitchen sink in the offensive side of this pitch? Just try to see what comes out. Not going to happen, not going to work, at least early here. 7-2 now, the Star Child. That is 4. Yeah, so that's a Texas hat trick, Llama. You know why?
No.
Because everything's bigger in Texas, my friend. 4 goals.
Okay. Well, you know, Starchild's also got some extra bigger points on the board, too, from assists. Involved on 6 out of the 7 goals and 8 shots on the board. Has to feel good. An MVP performance in game number 1 as Driving Cash layup to the top bar. Scores it.
Fantastic job. Fantastic job. Tough OT and Driving Cash both getting involved in the goals as well. 4 for Starchild, 4 for the rest of the squad. We're looking at Tough and Driving, mounting about 5 shots attempted. So this game 1, safe to say, done and dusted. 6 shots, 30 seconds, not going to happen. Physically possible, sure. I won't contest that, but not going to happen. 22 seconds left in this one after. I'm really just looking at a West Allegheny squad that needs to get a little bit more involved in that passing game. Yes, sure, like, you know, the fullback position is not dead. Get that player up front, have them bump, have them demo, have them interrupt the best laid defensive schemes of this Mount Pleasant squad, excuse me, as Tough OT puts in another. I believe that's a hat trick for them now. Yes, it is. But this game, like I said, was decided 45 seconds ago.
Yeah, just a few cosmetic goals at this point, something to boost the scoreline. But I like what you mentioned. Still room to improve for West Allegheny. It's going to be interesting, though, as we set up for game number 2, that game number 2 is actually going to be very pivotal in this series. You lost game number 1 for West Allegheny. If you lose the second game, you have to pull off one of the hardest things in any esports title in that reverse sweep. But 9-2, your game 1 result. Mount Pleasant out to an early lead.
Yeah, and a definitive one. It was indeed taking once again to the numbers. We had... Yeah, so just looking at the total number of shots, that's generally where we as casters are going to draw our attention to and really draw results from. 14-2 is an absolutely one-sided affair in every way, shape, and form. We'll take a look at some of the intangibles here, and I'm going to kind of try and like build upon the point that I'd made earlier here, Llama. Some of the intangibles include numbers like, well, like the touches that don't come off the back of demos, right? Obviously, you run into somebody, you're gonna get a demo right there. But it's a little bit more difficult to even judge the quality of those just little bumps and whatnot, because sometimes, you know, it doesn't need to be the 200 miles an hour screaming on end demo to get this player on the other side to spend a couple of seconds thinking about their mistakes, right? Sometimes it's just that tiny little bump that'll, you know, put an entire defense out of whack and not really allow them to get exactly what it is done that they were looking to go forth and do. So try and, you know, like I said, try and shake that tree, see what falls out.
And I think when you look at the lower numbers there on that graphic for ball possession, it's only about 60% for Mount Pleasant, but the bigger number for me is 77% field domination. Yep. That possession of the ball combined with the offensive consistent touches over and over and over again was something that we're going to have to watch for. Now, West Allegheny, funny enough, their Division 2 team has 6 players, so the bench is ready to swap in to start.
All 3 out, all 3 new ones in. We have AVC XP, who will be henceforth referred to as AVC. We have PXCVA, henceforth referred to as PX. And the Monkey 1037 coming into sub for Charlaws, Dr. Robotnik, and Slips. We'll see how this game 2 goes after we have half the players involved being completely new.
Going to be interesting as well to see what Mount Pleasant does very early on against this brand new offense. And here's the brand new offense through PX, who scores first blood.
Fantastic job, and also this is a little bit of like a benchmark or a goal, because the simple fact is that PX had an honest shot attempt, Llama, as the follow-up, right? They came in, they held that trajectory true all the way through, and you could tell that they were comfortable maintaining their car's position and trajectory through the air. That kind of aerial dominance, exactly what the doctor orders. PX almost does it again.
Yeah, PX definitely showcasing some skills in the air, which is what you love to see here, especially straight off the bench. Driving Cash, speaking of aerial plays, almost pulls off the 1v3 if it weren't for PX's defensive effort, but nobody's home, and PX is going to find a bar down second goal.
Normally at this point we talk about the team's numbers. How about we just talk PX versus everybody else? PX, 1 save, 3 shots, a pair of goals. Everybody else, 1 shot attempt. That's it.
That's pretty good.
I'd say so.
See what they could do in the final 4 minutes, with the first minute being absolutely dominant for West Allegheny, down 1-0 in the series. This is a very important game. If they can win it, they can equalize the series back out. Tough is going to find a close range shot and chop the lead to 1.
See, that's the thing about Mount Pleasant. They just kind of slow this one down. This comes off of kickoff, and you know, it's not just that mad dash over possession, right? And Mount Pleasant, when you give them opportunity like that, they're going to cut in from the middle from the outside, excuse me, every single time defense not in position. It's just going to be an easy free goal. This 2-goal lead minced down to now just a simple little 1.
To change quickly, though. PX floater and scores it. Of course they do. It's the hat trick in 90 seconds from the lead score from West Allegheny.
That's a fast hat trick as well. I believe that was Star Chat on the other side that did get there, but took until about halftime to do it. So PX maybe setting a new record here, at least for this best of 5. At least for the broadcast thus far. 90 seconds in, PX waiting in the wings, picks up a big boost along the way. Ball kind of foisted off to the right side after nobody really wins that 50. That orange team, yes, Mount Pleasant was there first, but it's only a couple of touches afterwards. They even sort of maintained possession this one. And all 3 of those players are kind of segmented in the eastern hemisphere of this entire map. You have to spread this pitch like a lot more. Yeah, well, this was nothing if not forecasted.
Tough proves they can score again, and it's another one just flying at close range inside the paint, and impressively slides it in between 2 defenders. The shot counter is close, the goals are close as well. 3-2 in goals, 4-3 in shots, and we've got a game number 2 on our hands. For PX will be denied of their second aerial touch, and I think that is going to be very important. The adaptation for Mount Pleasant has to be watch the skies, because that's where we're going to lose.
And turn your eyes to the skies for Starchild. Almost enough right there. A bouncing ball the other way. A little bit dangerous, but actually not centered. The follow-up shot a little more dangerous than the first one was there, Llama.
AV gets the nice save as well on top of it, and I think that's important as well. Getting those passes to the team on their heels at the correct timing instead of just floating it up and away. For Driving Cash and the rest of the crew, though, they're back in the corner, back in the goal line. Another denial from the Monkey.
Great clear. Great clear. This is the kind of clears that this West Allegheny squad was a little bit lacking in game number 1, a game that would go forth and result in a 9-2 scoreline. PX, the Texas hat trick.
Already 4.
How about that?
Yeah, absolutely. PX, long-range left-sided shot finds its way to the board. 4-2, and it feels like this game, especially for West Allegheny, playing from ahead, it's just been an entirely different beast where we've had to see this Mount Pleasant offense work from behind, and PX is just going to score this, isn't he? No! It's Cash who finds the left-sided save, and another possible goal is turned aside.
And this is what we're talking about, like, so frequently, y'all will hear us commentators talk about, like, oh, horrible double commit. Well, sometimes it was necessary on the other side. In fact, Driving Cash doesn't get this even opportunity on that other side. If those 2 players did not double commit, it resulted in a clear after that. And just a couple of seconds later, Driving Cash gets an opportunity. This lead shaved down to 1. We got a game on our hands.
Tough has had the more flashy goals. 2 of them for him. 2 off of 2 shots as well, 100%. But it's actually Driving Cash who has more on the overall points. Has an assist on one of the Tough earlier goals. And that goal right there just goes to show. They have the firepower, they have the flashiness, but they also have the patience. A single save on Driving Cash's leaderboard score as well, as the orange team from Mount Pleasant will have to back off.
Not a position they've been in a whole lot across that game. Numero uno, Llama, is just a simple fact, right? Now, how they like kind of deal with this, especially in situations like this, right? When the defense is like consistently driving, looking pretty good, decent boost amounts and everything as they're like trying to clear this one out. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. On the other side here, West Allegheny is just really, really good at dominant cross pitch clears. Driving Cash looking for one. That was a little bit more centered. We'd be looking at a tied ball game. Not gonna matter. Cross post and outskis. Brutal looks. Brutal looks.
Just an inch away from making this game tied. AV is going to miss the touch, but PX has got their teammates back. Now more than ever, a goal is necessary, but you don't have to rush it. If you send the offense too far forward and force yourself into a mistake position, that could cost you not only the game, but at this point, you're thinking later on into the series. A jumping shot from Cash goes no good, and 20 seconds is left.
This is a Mount Pleasant squad. Gonna have to get aggressive as of right now. They've had a couple honest shots. That's a centered ball. Defender is there. Backwards jump. Everybody just trying to make the contact onto this ball from on high. Not gonna hit it the angle that they wanted. Clear ball to the middle, low and slow, and we have a tied series. West Allegheny takes this one down. No, it wasn't in a 7-goal slaughter like we saw in game number 1. Still a W, and that's what matters. 4-3.
And it brings us to an all-important game number 3, where it will be West Allegheny trying to battle back from an even more of a kind of deficit they started in the beginning of the series. They bring in the subs, and the super subs work out. PX scores all 4 goals for him. It's exactly the 777 on the scorecard, and off of 6 shots. You think it's a great game, but I think the silver lining for Mount Pleasant is they still won in field domination. They didn't win in ball possession, but the ball was down in that West Allegheny side more often than not. And especially going to game number 3 where they can adapt could be much different.
Yeah, I mean, field domination going their way. Ball possession going not their way. These are much more even-handed numbers that I would expect a 1-score differential to be resulted from, right? That this is not just completely one-sided. And also for both of these teams, it's important to note, none of this is like insurmountable numbers that you cannot allow to have happen again. This previous game could have gone either way, I really feel like.
And now we get to a game 3 where the series could go either way. A win here puts you on series point, and one more game will do it. A best of 5. Let's head to it and see if West Allegheny can go back-to-back or if it's the answer from Mount Pleasant.
And we are going to have another sub here for West Allegheny. They've subbed every game so far, even off the back of a W in this previous. Doggy Man coming on in here to play with AVC and PX. 15 seconds into this one. Nobody really winning off of kickoff. That's just an errant hit and might actually come... Yeah, if PX wasn't back there, might have come back to bite him in the worst way possible. Off the wall, not going to find it. Continued centering plays. That's a great challenge. They kept this one from the back of the net.
Put it in reverse, keep it alive, and keep that rotation going. PX is going to lay up for the teammate, and the pass isn't going to be there just because Doggy really didn't have the boost to contest that one straight in the paint. It's still going to be a follow-up, though, as AV is rotating around, is swimming like a shark in the water, just swimming for that first touch. It really feels like the defense of this Mount Pleasant squad is keeping them in the game.
AVC, a nice bouncing ball, and this one was traveling about 1,000 miles an hour, Llama. It's not necessarily the fact that it's like a bouncing ball which can't be predicted, is the fact that it was going so quickly. So hats off to the defense. Reading this one out, once again, dedicating multiple members because it was necessary. And again, though, they get the clear, they get the stop, but just goes right back into their defensive side. This is Mount Pleasant fighting against the offense.
Still communication, though. making sure in the corner, you talk about those double commits that are necessary. They're going to jump for it again. A great save towards the right side. And now they get to turn it upfield. Tough in a 1v1, plays it low, but so will PX. Second shot is good from Starchild.
Fantastic job, and hands down the latest goal on our broadcast thus far. Previous goals coming in like the first 10 seconds and like the first 15, something like that. So 100 seconds or so into this one, Mount Pleasant is going to strike first. This is a situation they enjoyed in game number 1, not necessarily game number 2. Both of those going forth. The team to strike first would go forth and take that one down. See if that theme has been established and will continue itself within game number 3. If it is, it's gonna have to come off the back of more defensive efforts, because kickoffs have been just owned by West Allegheny thus far.
A lot more control.
Yep,
this shot is gonna score. PX will find their 5th goal in 2 games, all off the back of an incredible assisting touch.
This is just right over. If I'm a defender, that's the worst kind of defending plays. Like, you even get there, you even make contact with the ball, Llama. Cannot quite get the angle that you desire, and just goes sailing right over your head. Yeah, car's head, whatever you want to call it.
Forward play, though, may cost them again. Doggy Man, a dangerous layup with 0 boost. And interestingly enough, this is a game that West Allegheny having to play from behind, getting scored on first, still playing with full poise and effort. Doggy Man trying to set up the rest of the team. AV's going to jump for this one. It's all a 1-2-3 rotation, but Starchild has the read.
Yeah, it's just a little too much juice on that hit against backboard, right? This, you can tell what they were trying to do. That this is trying to just put in the breadbasket of their players right in front of net, but just a little bit too much. Turns more so into a clear. Regardless, this is still West Allegheny that's going to be on the offense, and almost a rule 1 right there. Oh, no, that was with a teammate, excuse me.
Hey, you got to rule 1 if it's a teammate too. We don't care if it's you or the opponent. Long shot goes wide, and got to follow every single one of those idealums. And for AV and crew, they are playing this match out as brute forced as possible, but it's still just this 1-1 tied up game. Nobody really finding a way to outscore their opponent.
Yeah, PX, maybe a little bit of the communications there has kind of cut the knees out from their teammates a couple of different times on much more ideal touches. AVX though, or AVC, excuse me, a double touch, second effort. A little bit finer than the first, having to stretch the field and get there. AV makes a play on the offensive side, makes a play on the defensive side, and then a errant ball out in the middle. Mount Pleasant, there's nobody there. So I've been talking about West Allegheny needing to spread the pitch a little bit more on the offensive, or on the defensive side, excuse me. That was a perfect example of Mount Pleasant needing to stretch the pitch on the offensive side of the field a little bit more, right? You have 2 different players back there, only one who's trying to make offensive plays. Even I can do that, Math Llama.
Sometimes the equation just does not fall your way. With 60 seconds to go, that's the only math I know. 1 minute left to go. Overtime on the horizon, unless they can score right here. Driving Cash hits the money and puts Mount Pleasant back up by 1.
Yeah, West Allegheny fans, Llama had to say it, right? He had to say the T word, sub 60, when the score is even. See if this is a Mount Pleasant squad who's able to hold on to this lead, as West Allegheny sends 2. That's a 1 kickoff, but they lose a player for a couple of seconds forward. A solid follow-up shot, and now a great job from Mount Pleasant, just sending this one to the other side of the pitch. Everyone's got to stretch to get there, and now Mount Pleasant is set up in both offensive capabilities and defensive. They're going horizontal with it. You got to go vertical, my friends. You're going latitudinal. I need you longitudinal. I think I have that right.
Yeah, that's a longitudinal ball that flies up towards the bottom bar and flies its way into Tough, who has been relatively silent this game, only the single assist and a single shot as well. With 20 seconds to go, though, it needs to be a West Allegheny goal if they want to stay in this game, if they don't want to allow series point to befall them on the other side of the scoreboard. With only single digits left to go, they'll charge up the field for one final attempt. Hangs in the air for PX, they can't win, and it's unsuccessful. It's Mount Pleasant who retakes the series advantage with a 2-1 game win.
Oh, sorry about that. It was totally muted. Sorry. So it takes a look at the shots here, folks, right? To use the numbers to really tell the tale of this match, right? 6 shots attempted, This West Allegheny squad, 6 shots attempted. Mount Pleasant on the other side. The saves were the same as well. Player who left right there. Wait, that was 1, 2. Yeah, so 3 and 3 both sides. This is a even-handed, well-matched Rocket League game.
It was pretty even overall, and I think what was incredible about it was a pretty low scoring for these two teams to battle, stay in it, and not again make those forward mistakes. And unfortunately, it doesn't matter how close the scoring was for West Allegheny. Now you trail in the series 2-1. You've got to win 2 games straight, and it was very, very close. They actually had more of the ball possession that last game. They will bring back in Slips from that first roster to sub on in for the 4th time today.
Yeah, so field domination, dead even, 50-50 right there. These are the kind of numbers we do love to see. Like you said, Slips coming on in here. PX, AVC. I have to say, it just seems like PX and AVC have really kind of meshed well with each other. Unsurprised that they're 2 of the ones that that stay into this one, stay in starting positions, Llama.
After game 2, they've now played every single game, and specifically, PX has found a lot of good offensive touches, but it's been some of those defensive mistakes that PX has kind of ran into their teammates a few times, as maybe miscommunicated on a pass forward, and that at this point, one single mistake could cost you the series. I love how aggressive Mount Pleasant is starting to get, though.
Driving Cash. A little bit of bouncing ball to the right side. Has 100 boost, picks up another, right? This is about resource denial of your opponents. That is seemed to decently. That was Starchild's attempt, and Tough that came in and try and follow this one up 60 seconds in. Tough lurking, cue the Jaws music, but they clear this one out well. Until Starchild across the middle has something to say about it. A scrambling defense. Yeah, and they're gonna collapse upon that every single time.
Just some boost to spare here, and AV just waits an extra half second. There is nothing left in the tank of Starchild, but sends it ricocheting off an opponent. That's a huge early goal, and it's a later early goal as well. It's after a minute has passed on this clock, so once again, West Allegheny will have to play from behind here in game number 4.
I mean, the way that the past 2 games, you know, this first minute 15, the way the last game went, it just kind of feels like that lower scoring game is more what these 2 teams are almost meant to, you know, put up here. 9-2, these are high numbers. Even 4-3, relatively high numbers, folks. 2-1 in the previous game, that feels like more like a return to normalcy, Llama. See how this one continues to shake out, and if West Allegheny is able to get the tying factor here, that's a fantastic backboard shot. Just the redirect, just getting the angle on that one is tough.
And it's all offense all day as the game plan so far for Mount Pleasant. They've really yet to been challenged on the defensive side other than one single shot from PX. With 2 minutes off the board, it's still only 1 goal, so still a much very doable scenario for the squad from West Allegheny. But this is a game where you need to win if you want to force game 5. 2 chances for Mount Pleasant as they step up for the second save.
Driving his Cash just lines up to this one. A solid clear, but got to say West Allegheny has done a much better job across the middle of this pitch, Llama. Not just like reading trajectory of ball and kind of going where the ball is going, not where it's at, right? Like more kind of core Rocket League stuff. But they've also just been doing a good job of, when they do get a touch onto this, sending it to a teammate. Another fantastic setup right here. This is the stuff that W's are made out of, so just keep on trucking, West Allegheny.
They've got 2.5 minutes, now down to 2:15 to try and find that single goal to tie things up. Driving Cash over everybody! It's the second goal and maybe the backbreaker.
This is definitely going to feel like it, even if it doesn't come down so much to like the numerical advantage, right? 2 scores, the most dangerous lead within Rocket League, as they say. 2:12 up top. Plenty of time to undo this one, but that's got to feel like the biggest blow is between the ears, Llama.
Have to see if they can change it, adapt. They've got a lot of time left to go, and again, they have the shots. They have the offense to prove it. Double off the backboard. Is it there? Starchild sliding and scoring. It's the 3rd for Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, Mount Pleasant just keeps shaking this like Yahtzee cup, right? And just pouring it out, and depending on where the defenders are, it seems like they always kind of get a shot after the initial. Like, even if the first shot isn't going 1,000 miles an hour, bouncing off the ceiling wall, redirect, and then reset on the way in, right? It doesn't need to be that, because the defensive clears just aren't there as much. And then again, perfect example, right? We see this, I believe it was Slips. No, excuse me, that's PX who's coming off the wall right here. You need to get your nose up and get this ball like way farther cleared. In fact, if he'd got another, I'm gonna say like another, in-game foot or meter or something like that, right? There wouldn't have been that angle to cut like perfect 90 to even slot this one inside. But at 4-0 as of right now, there's gotta feel just completely oppressive.
It's a lot of hill walking to get yourself up, but it's still doable if you can find one, especially if the backboard. Starchild comes backwards to make an oncoming save. And it is just offense all day, it feels like.
Gotta agree with you. Really haven't seen too much of like the transitions, which obviously come off of these bigger clears. Speaking of, there's Starchild with a massive booming clear. Doesn't even touch the ground until it gets to the other side of the pitch. The resulting bounce sends it back to mid-pitch. That should tell you everything, folks. 60 seconds to go. PX tries to nose this one down for the teammate. That's the wrong way, but it ends up into a backwards pass. Tough and teammate get this one in. Sub 65 goals to go. I'm not calling it done, Llama.
But it's definitely not as doable as a 1-0 scoreline or anything closer. It feels like PX has been targeted this game with every single one of their aerial jumps. It feels like Mount Pleasant is ready to go on the other side of it. It's only 7-4 in shots, but the accuracy is what's important for Mount Pleasant. Scoring 5 out of those 7 shots just has to feel so detrimental. PX is going to go for the solo play. Watched over by Driving Cash. Long range here for AV, but no one's there for the follow-up.
30 seconds to go right here. Now we're staring at a Mount Pleasant squad. It's not really playing against West Allegheny anymore in this now 4th game of this best of 5 series. More so just playing against those grains of sand in the hourglass here. Llama, that is time. Our one chronological resource within the great game of Rocket League, right? You got boost, you got teammates, you got time. 12 seconds, scrum across the middle. They're just really trying to get this one out. Maybe even find one to go. Put in the doggy bag, feel better about it, right?
Just try and break that goose egg and give them some more time on the field to play together. We'll have to see what they can do at 000s. That's the rule of Rocket League. Keep it up, keep it alive, and Tough OT is going to try and go for a final goal of their own. Starchild, a little bump to the goal line, and it will be Mount Pleasant with the victory. They find a way to bounce back in the series after losing game number 2, but they win the 4th game 5-0, and the stats speak for themselves.
Yeah, field domination, this statistic comes back into play here, Llama. 62/38. And, practically insurmountable numbers once you take into account what that number really means. Boost consumption, kind of a nicer stat to have, of course. But again, the third stat over there, the possession and whatnot, you take these and field domination together, generally going to result in something you can usually see on the scoreboard. And I have to say, this 5-0 feels like, even though obviously 9-2, it's a 7-score lead right there in game number 1, this 5-0 feels a lot more oppressive, right? This feels like a lot more of a one-sided affair when you just get no goals on either side and you find yourself unable to turn that donut into a breadstick.
Yeah, and I think for West Allegheny, still relatively early in the season. It's only technically their 3rd match they've played, and with 7 players on the bench through their starting roster, it's sometimes tough to find that communication when you're constantly swapping in players, but I also like everybody getting a chance as well. So getting to step in, PX kind of stepping up there for them in game number 2 and being able to earn themselves a victory, it definitely helps with that round differential. And once again, Mount Pleasant has actually gone to 4 games in every single one of their 3 series so far, so they're going to feel good. Mount Pleasant jumping up to 2-1, while it will be West Allegheny jumping down to 1-2, but still more Rocket League to be played, and we've still got actually more Rocket League here on our main stream. Next up, we've got a Divisional 1 matchup of the undefeated Belle Vernon and the runner-ups from last year's state playoffs. Don't go too far. We'll be right back here on the PIA main channel.
echoes became colder. I never really knew that it was over. Till the quiet and the echoes became colder. You took my love, then gave it back. It's yours to leave, but it won't keep me from this heart. And I'll try to carry on again, but I never really knew that it was over.
Hey, what the hell? Why you hanging on the rooftop by yourself? I have an open invitation, but you're telling me go get lost. I don't wanna see your face. Yeah, what the hell? So why don't we stay out till the morning light? 'Cause two wrongs can make a right. We're just doing what we feeling right now. Some Chardonnay, we camp in the parking lot. Leave traces of plastic cups. We're just doing what we feeling right now. So what the hell? Why you hanging on the rooftop by yourself? Always waiting for the one, but I got news for
Welcome back, everybody. Still here on the PIEA High School stream. We're on our main channel, and it's Tuesday, so it's Rocket League Day. We've already got one of our best of fives down and in the rear view mirror, but the one in our front windshield is set to be a great one. Forest Hills enters 2-1. They're going to be facing off against Belle Vernon, who is 2-0. Still, I'm a 77 and Tugboat up here in the booth. And Tugboat, I'm excited about this one, especially because we get to jump to Division 1.
Yes, the cream of the crop, it has risen to the top. D1 starting now. We'll have a D1 match after this one. That is, of course, Central Bucksuite taking on Penn Trafford. We just watched, West Allegheny drop in a 3-1 fashion to Mount Pleasant. This one continues on right here. We have Pop, OC, and Block A for Forest Hills going up against Nugget and Company here for Belle Vernon. And the story here, we obviously, week 4, we only have a certain amount of games to really say this, but the story really couldn't be more different based on a win for either of these teams, right? Based on a win for Forest Hills, they improved to 3-1 and match, right? Would have improved to 3-1 right there, excuse me.
Yeah.
Belle Vernon dropping 2-1, so a little bit of a different story on either side of these teams.
And obviously for Forest Hills, it's going to be an exciting story for them. They return Block A and Pup, but they lose Pigby, who was one of the great stars of PIEA, graduated now onto the collegiate scene. But enough talk about that. Nugget has already found the first goal.
Fantastic job. Nugget gets this one in from Oogsway. I gotta say, it's a fun name to say. 21 seconds into this one. It kind of seems like early goals have just been the name of the game on broadcast so far, my friend.
I think that's part of just game number 1 as well. Just both teams starting to feel it out, just starting to get their offense in rotation. And for this Forest Hills team, they've got to play some defense, especially with Oogsway attacking the bar like that. But OC, famously playing on keyboard and mouse, as the name says, also is a super sub for some of the series in the playoffs as a middle schooler last year. But Nugget's gonna dunk on him anyways.
Middle school, impressive stuff. Gotta wonder if they're playing KBM that early as well. No controller for Rocket League. Mine eyes deceive me. 47 seconds into this one. That's 2 scores, both of them coming from Nugget.
Early goals, 50 seconds off here, and Nugget has just found some aerial dominance for Pup and the rest of the crew. It's going to take some controlling back through the midfield side, and especially for OC has that aerial dominance, but Oogsway is going to work off the demolition from OSAS and get it right back into the paint. Some really good offense and possessional domination. 5 shots already from Belle Vernon.
Yeah, I got to say, this ball has just been living in the crease of Forest Hills so far. Just even getting into the corner seems like a W within itself. OC, long shot right here. Nugget's going to read that one out as a teammate does drop to the demo here. They'll be back to a full 3 now. 3 minutes and 33 seconds on the board. Oogsway off the backboard, down low. Defender gets a handle onto it, but can't do anything but just foist this one, angle it back onto the right, which is, of course, inside a goal. 3-0.
It's just a tough first shot to read. It bounces off the backboard above Block A's head, and if you go for the ball, you probably don't have enough height to stop it, and if you don't, well, we saw what happened, and a third score comes through. Nugget scores the first 2, and Oogsway finds their way onto the board for the third. 6 shots, 3 of them finding their way into the back of the net. Feels very good for Belle Vernon very early, but for Forest Hills, this is a good offensive drive, the first one we've really seen in this 2 minutes.
Pair of saves and only a single shot attempted here from Forest Hills. Well, that's going to continue here as Uwe. We're going to refer to that player as OSAS here from here on. I think that'll be easier for everybody involved. 3 minutes to go here. Block A. Victim of a demo here as the offense trying to get this one going. Shot to the right side. That's way, way wide. Up. Kind of coming back to this one, trying to get a little bit of a better position and trying to maybe get it clear. Not going to happen. OSAS slots this perfectly top left.
Just the follow-up here off of Nuggets' initial touch. So tough to read again how they disguise their offense through the sky. And then those follow-up shots just leave one-on-one opportunities. It is the team hat trick already for Belle Vernon. They've got 4 goals off of just an incredible amount of 8 shots. This offense has been on fire, and we're only halfway through game number 1. Again, a long best-of-5 series as Block A scores down low.
Yeah, so this definitely felt like it came at the most crucial of times here, Llama. Maybe kind of a bouncing ball, maybe a little bit errant. Call it whatever you want to bring in that one back. Yeah, there you go. They even say it. OC, thanks, guys. Hey, we really needed that one. 3-score deficit at halftime.
Definitely comebackable, especially getting Block A, one of the returning superstars of this team, on the board. Has to build a little bit of that confidence, especially from the assist from the other returning teammate in Pup. For Belle Vernon, they're going to go back on the attack and look for a corner play through the sky. The good news is OC has got the control and Block A has got the secondary touch. Very heavy forward offense from Belle Vernon at the midfield line.
Yeah, and that's just kind of been the name of the game for them. Great job from OC. See, they had the opportunity to kind of cut over and pick up corner boost, thinking like, oh, we have possession. But then a bouncing ball backwards. This is what I'm talking about, splitting positions, right? Not fully committing to one or the other until you're 100% certain that not only do you have possession, but that ball is going the other darn way. Great job right there. This easily could have been a 5-1 scoreline. Instead, it's just 2 teams fighting over ball and fighting over possession with plenty of time to come back.
Offensive touch,
okay.
No good. Osas creates one under the bar here, and it is just touch after touch that feels unreadable. Really didn't have the angle or the boost from OC on the low ground to try and stop it. And Forest Hills has been limited to a single shot here in game number 1. It's the Leopards of Belle Vernon who have come to play.
Yeah, and you can't really be surprised when these big, what are they called? Not apex predators, but like the big cats.
Yeah.
That have no. I can't think of the term. It's all good. Fantastic commentary, riveting commentary, right, people? 4-1 scoreline as of right now is Belle Vernon just displaying dominance. It's really that one score attempted on the other side that is really jumping out to me on the scoreboard.
It's only one chance so far that Forest Hills has been given. It feels like this defense has been so solid to combat with the offensive side. The tandem nature of the two working good. Their aerial touch is even better coming from Belle Vernon. And for the Rangers, it feels like they might have to look to game number 2 to try and find themselves a victory. At this point, you're just trying to find something to show you can still contest in the sky, that you can still play with the minimal resources. Pup sends Block A flying into the air.
Yeah, I cannot agree with you more. In fact, it was something I was going to talk about maybe between games, but 4 scores, 22 seconds. Outside of an Herculean effort here from this Forest Hill squad, that ain't going to happen. When you go up and you, especially in this D1, when most of these players have some solid handles across the air, that's going to pop out. Wow, Block A almost gets the follow-up, and that would have felt fantastic going into this mid-game break. Not going to happen. Maybe 6-1, maybe 5-2. Nope, we're going to stay at 5-1 right there. Solid little lead for Belle Vernon, but back to my point here, Llama. I want to follow up what it is that you said. When you go up into the air and you prove that you're able to pay the bills through the sky, the other side on the defense is not going to, like, they're going to be forced to respect you more so, and they're going to be forced to respect you in the sky. What that means is they're going to live on that backboard, and they're not even going to try and challenge you unless they're talking about at least like 35-40 boost.
And at that challenge level, it's quite interesting because Block A and Pup have a really good synergy. We saw them score a tandem goal, but OC, it feels like, is going to have to be that player that steps up into the sky. And when you talk about a young player entering the season, trying to find their place, especially on keyboard and mouse, it feels like Belle Vernon, the established trio here, especially undefeated, they want to try and protect their skies. So I think this second game is going to be very telling about where the series goes. And for Forest Hills, again, same thing we said in that first series. If you lose this second game, it is going to be a tough road back.
But to be fair, to kind of like talk about that one as well, right? That was the game, West Allegheny, right? 2-9 2-9, even bigger of a deficit, right? Came back in game number 2, made that one a series, and then did it again, right? No, they didn't take it, obviously, 2-1 loss in game number 3 right there, but still keeping it within a single score keeps this dream alive for the squad. Obviously, a bit of a breakdown in game 4 for them. Can't imagine this one, D1, will go at least the exact same way. Even if the result's the same, not going to happen the exact same way, right?
You would think so. Always a bit of randomness, it feels like, in the Rocket League arena. But a brand new game, a new lease on life here, and early aggression. Love to see the adaptations coming through from Forest Hills. Block A, contests in the sky, leaves a floater, and then intercepts their own teammate for that touch. The one thing about Forest Hills is they've got a great coaching staff behind them to make sure they're watching for those changes. Pup plays one low. It's a Rocket that scores.
Rocket and Rocket League, this one makes sense. 106 kilometers per hour, folks. We're staring down the barrel of, I believe that's like 65 or so miles an hour for our USA folks. 30 seconds into this one, it's going to be Forest Hills scoring first, already putting up the same amount of goals they did in the 5-minute Rocket League game to begin with. And this one comes off a kickoff. This is fantastic stuff. This is exactly what the doctor ordered.
A lot of aggression. That's a lot of aerial prowess as well. Now the question is going to be same onus on the Leopards. Can you find a way to battle from behind? Can you still find those aerial touches when you're trailing, when there's more risk to it, when you're not leading by 4 goals? We'll have to see that answer with these remaining 4 minutes.
I gotta say, that most recent play seems kind of indicative a little bit of Belle Vernon. Like on offense, I'm not sure if there's a comms issue, Llama. I'm not sure if there's a confidence issue. But that is a ball that never should have even been allowed to go that far back down the other pitch. Like, literally just coming back all the way on it when you have both of your teammates behind you. Like, if you're going to get in the offensive position, that is a perfect time to do so. Minute and a half into this one, Belle Vernon's offense is looking anemic.
I just can't find anything. I mean, Forest Hills has found a brand new passing offense. It's tandem, it's working, and it's right to the bar for a save from Oogsway. Can they get it cleared? Because Pup has got an interesting angle. With not much boost, is going to center it back, and Nugget's going to carry away. Block A didn't want to risk it, and now Nugget's got a chance for a duel. It's going to be sent back to Osas, who doesn't have the floater.
It can't quite get there. Just had a weird angle onto it, even though they had enough boost. Block A, getting that name proven true. Little defensive save from them. Only, obviously, they placed mini contact upon this ball, but first real thing they've added to the scoreboard so far. Block A, there's another one. Speaking in it shall appear. That should have been a third save. Assisted Nugget, a bouncing ball. Osi coming up on the defensive side of this. Oogsway sent it to the corner. Another follow-up, and nobody is in the middle. Nugget is in a different area code. What? Okay, well, hey, if you can get it done, then regardless, it's fantastic. But I feel like this right here, that ball should have been followed up right there, and you have all 3 members of Forest Hills centered up in this right side corner.
I think Osi was going for a demo and might have had the best angle to try and cut that one off. Either way, Nugget, phenomenal score off the backboard. That double touch is going to be hard to save no matter who's in net. For Nugget, the lifeblood of the team, once again passes down for another opportune shot. Osas not done. From the corner, plays it low. Osi beats him up high, I guess, and Oogsway is going to try and send it forward, but boost control still there. Defensive effort from the Rangers.
I think that was a little bit of a kind of a split decision type thing, right? Like in Rocket League especially, you take too long to make a decision. That decision will make you kind of, do I go high, do I go low? They kind of split it, and OC is just easily right there. And this could have easily been not just either a goal or like a consistent, sustained offense. Handed it off to the teammate, a low roller down bottom without much boost to get it going. They can't really get this aerially, and it's just going to eke out to a much more methodical defensive stop.
Defense is going to be key. It's a lot lower scoring game. Pup makes a low save. Follow-up is good! Oogsway rips the lead from Forest Hills' hands.
So Forest Hills strikes first. Oogsway and the rest of Belle Vernon tie it up and then bring it back right here. This is almost so what? It was like 90 seconds in, then exactly at halftime. This one is 1 minute 32 seconds afterwards. If this follows up, then Forest Hills is going to get a score at 2 seconds to send it to overtime.
Still 90 seconds to go. It feels like Forest Hills on the verge of success early on in this game. Challenged well, gladiators in the arena, ready to put their blood, sweat, and tears into this matchup. For Block A, it's gonna send some car parts flying up top as they collide with an opposing player. Nugget wants to go aerial with the full boost tank they have. Off the nose, off a pass for a save.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the difference in the back half of this game number 2 here, Llama. Belle Vernon has been getting these passes in here. Like, whether it's on the ground, whether it's aerial, it doesn't matter. When these passes come in, it just requires such a snap reaction from this defense. No, it hasn't resulted in, a half dozen scores like they put up almost in the previous game, but has resulted in a lead. As I said before, lead of 1, lead of 5, lead of 10. It's all a W in the end. And a fantastic backboard shot. Oog Sway gets another fantastic redirect. Teammates like hanging out in the sky, just like kind of fighting over possession, and just gives this one over easily. Great job right there. A defender could not read it.
It's just Nugget again. I mean, you said it. He was hovering up there for like 5 seconds, levitating to allow that play to develop. Now it's got to be Forest Hills. They've got to send everything. 30 seconds to go. You got to score one now to try and get yourself on that 0-0 opportunity. But again, that time clock is not in your favor. Block A, that touch feels good, but the touch the other way from Oogsway is going to shred the rest of the time left on this clock, and even bumping it up for another teammate. Double commit and friendly fire on the back line. That may have just sealed the game. It might have been first blood for Forest Hills, but the runner-ups of last year's championship are in an 0-2 position.
You're not willing to give that one up? Okay, I guess we are. 3-1 right here. How do I say this? This was much, much closer, not just within the score difference, but just the entire vibe of this game. Yeah, and you can even take the fact that Forest Hills led for half of this and mostly just disregard that. Forest Hills just played so much better, and the one player we're really looking at on that squad, OC, got much more involved in both sides of this pitch. Not an official shot recorded, feel like they probably should have, but it was the 2 saves right there, and Block A really just doing a brick wall impersonation that didn't let him much across.
The saves were there, but, I mean, the shot opportunities just weren't. I mean, this is a Forest Hills team that was flying across the scoreboards early on this season, 2-1 overall, and limited to just 2 shots. Part of that was the ball was on their defensive half for 70% of that game. Yeah. I just don't think you can win a game of Rocket League like that.
Like, the ball possession here, 60-40 pretty much. That's kind of brutal, that's kind of rough, but it's really that field domination. When the ball just lives there for so long, they get an apartment, get comfortable, right? Because when you're sitting over there, it's just going to be so hard at this D1 levels for this ball to get hit like across the pitch, right? And get sent all the way, and it's just not going to happen very often, folks.
I think, is Osas okay? I was sitting in the spectator slot for a second, and the 2v3 doesn't end up getting punished, but Forest Hills, they must win 3 straight now in this series if they want to stay alive. The reverse sweep, it's tough to do, but Tugboat, as we always say, you just got to take it one game at a time. You got to start with offense. Nugget's going to do exactly that before Pup makes the save.
Yep, it's the kind of that memory of a goldfish type saying, right? Play the Rocket League game in front of you. Take that 5 minutes, take the present scoreline, put it out of your mind. Well, a bouncing ball, and Nugget gets the first one again for this Belle Vernon squad. 2-0, and they're looking every bit as much of it.
Their passing and shot accuracy is just phenomenal. I mean, the way they work together, this team is going to be a threat towards the state championship at the end of spring. Still lots of time between now and then, and lots of time to improve, but Nugget is looking like one of the best players out on the pitch right now. For Forest Hills, it's not over. There's still 4 minutes left to go, only trailing by 1, but they've got to get more shooting opportunities if they want to win this game, and it starts from Block A, who makes a nice give and go.
Yeah, and so with OC taking a demo on the other side as well, this is one of the best setups we've seen so far, but taking it to the skies is not a way that you're just going to immediately beat Belle Vernon. There are other players and other teams we've seen, even on broadcast so far, that like a lot of times you take 100 boosts and you get a reset up top. A little bit of a different story, and some points going to come out of that play, but these are 2 well-matched teams that are very comfortable taking it to the skies offensively or defensively.
A lot of skills up there. And when you trust each other as well, to pilot that aerial space, it can be a much different story. Nugget is going to go for the trade-off. Ugsway, it's all a setup for them before Block A steals it in midfield. Nugget dangerously able to recoup on that sidewall boost, but it is going to be just, again, they get back, they get their boost, and they're right back for a flip reset. Nugget goes to the left side post. It won't score. The follow-up won't either. So many chances already. 2 minutes gone, and there's the second goal.
Well, once you watch this ball come in and just these defensive stops come in for Forest Hills, but they're just no clears, right? That's a hit. That's another one. But this is off the back. I mean, if this had gone for 15 seconds, you could have counted a half dozen of these. Just little taps on over. What they're doing is they're forcing the hand of the defender and forcing them to get out of position and dedicate resources, dedicate boosts, really, to go forth and actually block this ball, because it is not a shot. That is, without a redirect in some way, that is going to go in otherwise. Meanwhile, though, the offensive team can go forth, pick up boost, and get into position to just continue on this Gatling gun burst of offensive shots.
Already up to 6 here, and just a half game worth. Now 7, actually, after that last one. 4 alone from Nugget. OC, a great chance here on the goal line. It's denied, and Pup is too far forward. This just might be in. Bluegrass and High Tides. Nuggets got their second.
Bluegrass, clean, lots of green grass in front, however you want to say it. This was, I mean, almost half pitch sent in. Now, this is where keeping it real goes wrong, right? This is where putting up the offensive players and having these passes and dedicating everything into offense goes wrong, because you just don't simply have a player back or a player that has like full boost that can burn it all to get there, flip resets and all kinds of crazy aerial stuff, notwithstanding, right? Sometimes it's just, hey, get right here, right now. No player able to do that, and this goes to a 3-score deficit, which has got to feel so much worse.
Especially when you look at the series score. I mean, you're down 2 games here. You've got to win this one if you're Forest Hills, if you want to stay in the series. Of course, Belle Vernon still undefeated on the season. Nugget gonna find a way to block that one incredibly and even force it off. That extra touch to make sure Forest Hills doesn't get a goal. It's got to make the defense feel so good.
Really does. A scrum on the right side of this one with Bellevue in the offense for just a little while, but hey, that's a great job getting this one out. OC sends this to the middle, and nobody is there to receive it. When you send this on over there, the comms just have to come in once again, forcing the hand of 2 defenders on the other side as this ball transitioned rather quickly. But the pass means nothing if, like, you can't communicate to your teammates where you're going to put it up at, right? And yes, granted, Rocket League, very fast game. There's not always those comms that are even possible, right? But when you're going cross pitch, you have to communicate with your squad, like, hey, we're going right corner, we're going center, I'm centering this ball up, we're going left, we're just bouncing this around so other player can come up and get into a position. But a bouncing, or a popped up ball, block A, puts that one up, easy block for Uxway.
60 seconds left to go. It is not an easy feat to score 3 in this time, and might have to score 4 had that one not bounced off of the right post. Ugsway yet to give up on the fight. Demo's going to make it really tough for Forest Hills to go forward, and they've just got no boost to follow up. Their offense has been limited to only 4 shots again in this game, and they've been forced to play on the defense. Maybe OC can find a double up, but nobody's there on the correct angle to follow up.
I mean, they've been doing kind of what I feel like they need to be doing, which is getting physical, bumps, demos, that sort of thing here, Llama, but it's just not really resulted in a situation where even if you take a player out of this one, well, that was a solid shot opportunity, but with 18 seconds draining, I mean, you have to have taken those opportunities, right? You're down 2-0 in the series.
And this may be the series end. We'll see what Forest Hills can do on their final offensive drive of the day. Just heavily battled from Nugget. Ugsway makes another save, and this long clear, it's gonna not bounce to the ground. Pup will watch as it floats to the sky. Long range shot and goal! The Rule 0 breeds success for Nugget, as it is Belle Vernon moving to stay undefeated in a 3-0 series sweep.
At least 2 might have been the hat trick there for Nugget, that player. A player, honestly, they just kind of displayed their dominance across this one, Llama, and really made this game their own. 4-0 in the last. It was 5-1 in the first, 3-1 in the second. Field domination, ball possession, actually, both of these numbers looking a little bit better here in this game number 3, but it's going to result in, well, the same score deficit than we saw in game number 1, but in a more impressive way, right? I'll take a 1-5 over a 0-4 any day, right? No donuts over here. I'm not Homer Simpson.
Yeah, even though they're tasty, that's the one thing you don't want up on the scoreboard. So I think for Forest Hills, you fall to 2-2. It's an even 500 record, but again, this is somewhat of a rebuild year. They lost one of the most prolific scorers in PIEA history, so trying to fill that slot, especially with the new younger generation of talent they're building up, can somewhat be tough with that communication barrier that these players haven't played together for years now when they've been playing with a different third. And on the other end, I think it's the complete opposite for Belle Vernon. They look like one of the most complete teams right now, undefeated at 3-0. I mean, they've got a straight shot to do some damage here in the fall playoffs.
Yeah, if you're a fan of Belle and Vernon, you got to be feeling good right now. On the other side, if you're a fan of Forest Hills, don't throw it all out. Don't burn it all down quite yet, right? 2-2 is not horrible by any means. There's a lot of regular season Rocket to be played before there's even kind of postseason contention really that needs to come into conversation.
Yeah, postseason's still a few more weeks away, and then there's also the spring, so lots of time to improve. Of course, if it's your first time through here on the PIEA channel, make sure you're following not only here, but all of our brotherly channels as well. We've got so many streams going on. Monday, we've got our Overwatch. It's Tuesday, so you've got Rocket League. Wednesday is Valorant, and Thursday, brand new, we've got Fortnite and Marvel Rivals. Along with our Night Owl stream, there is so much action to be had, and speaking of more action, we've got one more Division 1 game. Central Bucks West versus Penn Trafford will be right here after this short break.
My heart don't wanna feel your touch like ice tracing on my scars. Why is it hurt on the inside? It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you break me, but something about it makes us
Dreams collide in sleepless nights. Stars explode through blinding lights. Victories found in the fight. I'm on top, my soul ignites. Life's a game, we learn the rules. Twist and turn like misfit fools. Through the pain we break the chains. Find the win through loss and gains. I've got a heart that's never quitting. In this race I'm always sprinting. Feel the power, victory sings. Born to conquer, spread my wings. Castles built on hope's foundation. Rivers run with pure elation. Through the storm I'll find my way. Triumph shines like break of day. Tides may turn, but I remain steady, strong, won't yield to pain. In the end, the truth will show. Strength and heart, the seeds we sow. I've got a heart that's never quitting. In this race, I'm always sprinting. Feel the power, victory sings. Born to conquer, spread my wings. Tides may turn, but I remain steady, strong, won't yield to pain. In the end, the truth will show. Strength and heart, the seeds we sow. I've got a heart that's never quitting. In this race, I'm always sprinting. Feel the power, victory sings. Born to conquer, spread my wings.
생각해 또 나도 몰라 what did I do so wrong. 다 비슷하게 살아가는데 꿈은 이뤄지는 게 아니라 꾸는 거라 생각하며 살아왔지. 아무것도 아닌 나에겐 누가 말해줬지. 진짜 원하면 언젠간 되지. 말만 잘하는 사람이 되기 싫어. 진짜 잘해 이제 나도 할래. I'm gonna be a legend. We're gonna be a legend. 우리가 해냈다고 다 고개를 끄덕일 수 있게. I'm gonna be a legend. We're gonna be a legend. 그때까지 나랑 같이 갈래. 손을 잡아줘. Sometimes I don't know what to do. Am I doing it right? 마냥 나이만 먹어가는 걸까? 다 잘하는 사람이 되고 싶어. 똑같이 하는 건 재미가 없잖아. 아무것도 아닌 나에겐 누가 말해줬지. 진짜 원하면 언젠간 되지. 말만 잘하는 사람이 되기 싫어. 진짜 잘해 이제 나도 할래. I'm gonna be a legend. We're gonna be a legend. patrol. Rising with each beat of the music is bringing. We're flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in. Welcome, my heart so full. I'm devoting myself to the night. There's no motive. We're just listening. We're existing. Rising with each beat of the music is bringing. We're flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in. Welcome, my heart so full. I'm devoting myself to the night. There's no motive. We're just listening. We're existing.
I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours, I was. But you were calling me liar, 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 liar. Yeah, I've been putting in the hours, I was. And it's coming down to now and now and now and now and never. I was putting in the I'm sick of fighting the things that you said. I don't wanna burn all our bridges ahead. I'm tired of going to bed when you left me on red just to turn up the noise in my head. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours, I was. You were calling me liar, 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 liar. Yeah, I've been putting in the hours, I was. And it's coming down to now and now and now and now and never. I was putting in the putting in the
now. With a heart full of thunder, Don't ask why or how. In the ruins of glory, find your ticket to ride. It's a roller coaster, baby. Buckle up for the ride. Get it, come get it if you think you can. Break through the noise like a madman. There's a fire burning deep in the night. Get it, come get it if you've got the night.
Welcome back, everybody. Still here at the PIEA Week 4 regular season fall action. We have some unfortunate news here. We were set for a final Division 1 matchup between Central Bucks West and Penn Trafford, and Central Bucks just never showed. So unfortunately, they're going to get a forfeit loss here today. Penn Trafford, for them, though, Tugboat, that's going to jump them up to 3-1 in the rankings off of this win tonight.
Yeah, so two wins coming on into this one. The 4th seed as of right now, obviously. Folks, seeds can change before we do get to that pathetic postseason, right? But that's not going to do any bad things for Penn Trafford's overall record, 3-0. We'll have to check in with them at another time.
For Penn Trafford, it feels good. For Central Bucks, we hope to get back in contact with them and get some more games for them soon. I know Central Bucks, we have to delegate the West team because they have a lot of different Central Bucks teams, especially in this league. So going to be fun to watch. Going to be interesting to see how their season develops after this as well. But that was also scheduled to be our last matchup of the day. So that's pretty much going to wrap us up. First and foremost, it's going to be the end of today, but not the end of the week. We've actually got some Valorant action tomorrow on Wednesday, and then 2 of our brand new titles, Fortnite No Builds and Marvel Rivals, out on Thursdays. I mean, those are going to be a ton of fun. Plus, Tugboat, we've got some nighttime collegiate action. I don't think people are going to want to miss that either.
Yeah, if you enjoyed the high-flying, explosive action that was resulting from these previous 2 Rocket League matches, aren't going to want to miss those collegiate matches by any means. That's going to be about it from me, actually. I want to go ahead and give a shout-out to producer here on the day. That is Nick NCS, producing away, making our jobs as casters that much easier, and very much appreciate you. If there's anybody I'm forgetting over there from TEC, basically, if you're not staring at them right now, then we really appreciate what it is that you do for making production streams just like this one a lot more, well, possible and a lot easier for casters like myself and Llama.
Huge thank you out to Nick. A huge thank you to all of our game day admins and, of course, all of our students, coaches, and parents that work so hard every single day to make the league for what it is. Tomorrow, we'll be back with some more Valorant action, so make sure you hit that follow button for not only here, but also all of our brother channels as well. But that's going to do it for us. Thank you all so much for watching the PIEA High School League, powered by TEC. That's been the Handsome Man Tugboat. I've been Llama77. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
that gleam in your eye. Don't hold back, I wanna see you try. Might get my heart racing, but I'm not breaking. Go ahead and beat me. Go ahead and beat me. Don't hold back, I wanna see you try. Go ahead and beat me. Been around the block a time or two. Ain't a damn thing that I can do. And you got me thinking you might just be the one. Go ahead and beat me. Go ahead and beat me. Go ahead and beat me. Don't hold back, I wanna see you try. Go ahead and beat me. 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 Go ahead and beat me.
Come over here. I see it in your eyes, I feel it in the air. I know you're going through it, you know I've been there. But life is like a highway, it ain't always fair. It's how you persevere, chasing the wind. Gotta love it while you can. In the moment, let it in. No holding back, can't pretend. Chasing the wind. Gotta love it while you can. In the moment, let it in. No holding back, can't pretend. Look at you now. You finally did it, finally made your mama proud. Yeah, they doubted, but the fire never drowned. Your haters in the crowd, all eyes on you now. Chasing the wind, gotta love it while you can. In the moment, let it in. No holding back, can't pretend. Chasing the wind, gotta love it while you can. In the moment, let it in. No holding back, can't pretend. Your friends, they talk, saying you should be the one to stop. They say you're wrong. Don't you let them get into your thoughts. They're gonna tell you anything, but that's not the way you should think. You're a star, gonna win it all. Chasing the wind, gotta love it while you can. In the moment, let it in. No holding back, can't pretend. Chasing the wind, gotta love it while you can. In the moment, let it in. No holding back, can't pretend.
can I be blue when you catch me in these feelings like okay. I love you, I do need you, I do, I do need you. I love you, I do need you. Ooh, I love you, I do need you. Ooh, I love you, I do need you, I do, I love you, I do need you. I love you, I do need you. Ooh, I love you, I do need you.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Let's stop this conversation. We got no relation. It's crazy. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Let's stop this conversation. We got no relation. It's crazy. And it goes like
Feel the ground shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my throne. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, I got no rival. Tell me now, what you gonna do? We can do this face to face. The reckoning is coming real soon. Doesn't matter what you say. Try to tell you this is my moment. Can't take mine 'cause I own it. Don't you know that I'm locked and unloaded? You're out of focus. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got no. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my phone. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, I got no rival.
I'm stuck inside of these walls.